Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back. Welcome back. Back with another episode of All Access Culture with your boy Tazzy Young. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Today we're going to be talking about the NBA, the trades in the NBA, right? The biggest trade going on right now. It's the trade with your boy Giannis. Now, Giannis been with Milwaukee for some years now. And Giannis keeps saying that he want to stay. He want to stay over there with Milwaukee. But he also say that he want a championship. Now to get that championship, I don't see him being able to stay over there in Milwaukee, right? Because they just ain't got all the right pieces right now. They definitely gonna need some help, and it's gonna be a couple of more years before they able to get some help over there with Giannis, right? So he's supposed to be getting traded, and he's supposed to be the teams that's on the table that's giving offers for Giannis right now. Is the New York Knicks, the Warriors, Miami, and Minnesota, right? Now, with the trade with Giannis. Now, if the Warriors is able to get Giannis, they're gonna have to give up a lot, right? If they're able to get Giannis, they're gonna have to give up a lot. They're gonna have to end up giving up Draymond Green, Kaminga, and Moses Moody, right? Now that's a lot to give up. That's definitely a lot to give up for Giannis. But all in all, I think it's a good trade because Giannis over there with Steph and Butler. That's a team that sounds like it can get you to the championship, right? We done seen these big trades a lot. And if I'm the Warriors, I don't mind giving up Draymond Green, Moses, maybe Kaminga, right? Because he's still developing, he got potential, and he's actually scoring. He's a big part of that team at this point. But I don't mind giving them up if I'm getting the geek free. So Giannis, right? He got Giannis, right? If he decides to re-sign with the Milwaukee Bucks, he got a contract on the table for 275 million, right? 275 million. That's crazy. Like I really see that's crazy. Like that's real money. So I don't know if you Giannis, are you gonna leave or you gonna stay? But at the end of the day, it's up to the coaches. It's up to the administration, right? So it's not on Giannis. It's not on Giannis. It's not in Giannis' hands. But if he do resign for 4 years, it's 275 million. They got to pay that man. So we'll see what happens tonight, midnight. They say we got into tonight, midnight for the trade. So we're gonna see what happens with Giannis and Milwaukee. I would like to see him go over there with the Knicks because that's a good piece to add to New York over there with Brunson, right? Like I think it's been long overdue, and the Knicks fans they deserve some hope, right? They deserve some hope over there, in New York, right? Because they got a good team, but with Towns, I don't know if that's enough to do it. I don't know if that's enough to do it, y'all. We're gonna have to wait and see. But if Giannis go to New York, I think the New York fans. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the Clippers trade, right? They done got rid of James Harden. That's right. The beard. They done got rid of James Harden. They done traded James Harden to the Cleveland Cavaliers. As of yet, that's the biggest trade that's been made at this point, right? So, what y'all think? Put it in the comments. What y'all think? Do y'all think that James Harden is gonna be a good piece over there with the Cleveland Cavaliers? They didn't gave up Garland and a couple of draft picks, but I think that giving up Garland with him being so young and actually being a player that can ball and still ain't reached his potential at this point, I think. Do you think that was a good trade? I don't know. We're gonna have to see how the teams mesh together. You know what I'm saying? But James Harden over there with Mitchell, I think it's gonna be something special, right? Now James Harden been balling these last couple of games, like 30 points plus, right? So he's definitely still got it, and he's definitely someone who can contribute to the team over there in Cleveland. We didn't see these big trades happen again. Like I said, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it doesn't work. Cleveland actually needs something to get them past the first round of the playoff, right? They always losing in the first round, and they just never able to pull it together. So we'll see what happens over there in Cleveland with James Harden. Now James Harden, right? He actually say that he's happy with the trade, right? He says he's not disappointed. He says that he sees a future over there in Cleveland. He says it's a team that he'll actually have a chance to get to the championship with, right? He thinks he can win in the East. We all know that the West Coast Conference, quote unquote, is the hardest conference, right? That's what they say. So he feels like he got a better chance to win over there in Cleveland in the East Coast Conference. So we'll see what happens over there with James Harden and Mitchell, right? Like I think that they both been in the league long enough where they can work together and be able to put together a nice scheme for them two players, right? So we'll see what happens with them over there. Now, let's talk about SGA. Now, you remember a couple episodes ago, I was saying how SGA might be Michael Jordanish, right? He might be Michael Jordan. The way that he balling, nobody can stop him. He's doing stuff that you never seen on the floor before, right? So SGA, like Shea, is really balling. And I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all think it's Michael Jordanish or not? Or do he got a long way to go before he gets to that point? So in Shea's first two seasons, he had 13 30-point games, right? In the last four seasons, he done had 198 30-point games. That's a big jump, right? That's a big jump. But is that enough for us to say that he's Michael Jordan? Like that's a big jump. It's something crazy. Like that shows how much that he's developed and how much game that he got at this point. Now MJ, in MJ career, MJ done had 562 30-point games, right? 562 30-point games. That's far off from where Shea's at. Shea's only at maybe 212, 213, somewhere around that area, right? So that's definitely, you can't even compare the two. You can't even compare the two, right? So Shea definitely got a long way to go before I can say that he's Michael Jordan. Because I'm the only one who said it, right? I said that he's Michael Jordan. But uh, down the line in his career, I think that he'll capitalize on them numbers and he'll be right up there in the same category that we put Michael Jordan and the rest of the GOATs, right? Now, when we talking the 30-point game, I know y'all want to know who got the number one spot, right? Now, Shea's in about four. Michael Jordan is second. So who's the guy that got the most 30-point games in their career? Well, it's none other than your boy LeBron James. Let's give it up to LeBron James. LeBron James leading the NBA history in 30-point games with 575 30-point games. Ooh, that's something crazy, right? 575 30-point games in his career. I can say that he did it all, right? He done did it all. LeBron is something special. So we got to take our hats off to LeBron James and the things that he done in his career. Shout out to LeBron. shout out to LeBron. Toast to LeBron, right? Okay, so let's get back to talking about the trades, right? So what do y'all think about that Giannis trade, right? So if he get traded to the Knicks, you know they got to give up. You know who they got to give up, right? That's right, Anthony Towns. They got to give up Anthony Towns. And when we speak of Anthony Towns, we all seen him in Minnesota, right? Like that's where he got his name at, right? The boy is a baller, right? And over there with the Knicks, he's been doing good, right? So in his last two games, he done had a total of 42 rebounds, right? Think about that. 2 games, 42 rebounds. That's crazy to me, right? That's crazy. So it's definitely not just a total loss if Milwaukee get Towns, right? Because he's a baller. He's gonna do his thing. He's gonna get his points, and we definitely know he's gonna get his rebound. So shout out to Towns. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna speak about him like he's just a scrub or anything like that, because he's far from it. So yeah, man, I think it's a good trade on both ends, right? A good trade on both ends. And like I said, you know that New York fans would definitely like to have the Greek Freak. Now with these trades and stuff, it can be kind of funny, right? Like when you re-signing contracts and stuff like that, it definitely can be funny because I remember a situation a couple years ago when Dennis Schroeder had an opportunity to re-sign. Yeah, so Dennis Schroeder had an opportunity to re-sign a deal with the Lakers for an extension for 84 million and rejected 84 million. What the hell is going on? Why the hell would you reject 84 fucking $1 million? Is you that rich? Huh? You don't need that shit? That's crazy to me. $84 million. That's crazy, y'all. If anybody know the reason why he rejected that 84 million, please put it in the comments because I don't understand. So since then he was traded. After that, he didn't sign or whatever. He was traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? I guess things didn't work over at Cleveland. He got traded again. Then he got traded again. But just look. After he got traded from Cleveland from the Lakers to Cleveland, he been to 9 different teams after that. 9 different teams since he rejected 84 million. Yeah, man. So I don't know what's going on with this. But we off that, right? We off that. Let's move on. We're gonna talk about the rookie watch, right? Finish off like that. Off that, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're gonna talk about the rookie watch, right? So we didn't talk about Cedric Coward. We didn't talk about Cooper Flag. So what other rookie who's out there balling right now, right? What other rookie than them two that we can say deserves a spot at the rookie watch? Well, I'm going to say it got to be no other than that boy from Philadelphia, DJ Edgecombe. DJ Edgecombe. Yes, sir. The boy's balling. Like, he's a tough rookie. Like, he's a really tough rookie. He plays great defense. He's hard to stay in front of, right? Because he's so young, athletic. He got his legs under him. And his vertical is crazy. Like, he can get up. Seen him dunk on dudes repeatedly. Crazy. Like, he's hitting game-winning shots. DJ Edgecombe. If y'all ain't had a chance to check them out, man. Like, but what y'all think? It's about what y'all think. Put in the comments. Let me know who you think got the ups on DJ Edgecombe. Who's your number one rookie in the league right now? But for me this week, it's going to have to be DJ Edgecombe. He's putting up numbers. He's a tough rookie. I actually think that he might be the most effective rookie at this point, right? Like, because when he's in a game, he's a game changer. He's definitely a game changer. And it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough to stop DJ Edgecombe. Like, that's one of my favorite rookies right now. You know, when I first seen him, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy, right? Who the hell is this kid? Like, continue watching and it's like, oh, he one of them ones. That dude one of them ones, right? Definitely one of them dudes that gonna be a star. He's gonna be an NBA superstar. He ain't there for no reason, right? So shout out to VJ Edgecombe. Like, for me, he gets the rookie watch of the week, right? So shout out to him. Shout out to him. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. Like we always do after the rookie watch. We're gonna take it to the music. Let's talk about some music. Alright. Now, as we all know, if you've been listening to the podcast, that Tupac, one of my favorite artists. One of my favorite artists, y'all. And we're gonna talk about what's the hardest Tupac album you think that came out, right? You got a couple to choose from. You got his first album, Tupacalypse, right? You got All Eyes on Me. All Eyes on Me, y'all. Then you got 7-Day Theory. Now that's Tupac Evolved, right? That's Tupac Evolved. Let's go back. Let's speak about the Tupacalypse, right? So he's fresh in the game. First album. He been around the music industry for a while though. You know, he been around Hump Diddy M. You know, he was a backup dancer, right? He was a backup dancer, but at this time, you know, everything's starting to change. Gangster music starting to come in, and on his Tupacalypse album, he actually started to show his personality, and we heard a lot of like revolutionary stuff in his first album, as from like a young guy perspective, though, right? From a young guy perspective, and he definitely had some cuts on there that I like. It was fresh to the ears for me back in the day, and definitely had an impact on me. So he had a song on there called Soldier Story, right? If you haven't heard this song, please go back. You're missing out. It's a treat, you know. It's definitely something that real niggas like, you know what I'm saying? So it was called Soldier Story, and it was a song about him growing up in Providence. And having to be a grown man at a young age. Started hustling. And he get into some gangster shit. He got a brother in the song that he breaks out of prison. So it's definitely a treat to listen to, man. It's a dope track, right? So check out the Tupacalypse album. And tell me what you think. Put in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. Put it in the comments. Let them know. But after that, Tupac, he started going through a little adversity. Tupac started going through a little adversity. You know what I'm saying? And his music started to change. Because on the Tupac album, he had a lot of fast beats. That's the way the music sounded back then. Very fast beats and stuff like that. But so yeah, after that, man, Tupac, he went through a lot of stuff, and the sound of his music started to change a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's when the whole rape case happened and stuff like that. And after the Tupac album, his music started to change. You know what I'm saying? His music started to change. So he went from the Tupac album to the Me Against the World. That's right. Me Against the World album, y'all. Y'all remember that? You know what I'm saying? Put it in the comments. What's your favorite song on the Me Against the World album? Now me, I got a couple. Songs on there that I like. And of course it would have to be the Me Against the World. It's just me against the world. Definitely one of my cuts, you know what I'm saying? And then you had If I Die Tonight. If I Die Tonight. Whoo! Hey, that Me Against the World album was crazy. That motherfucker was crazy, man. And of course we had the banger. Everybody remember. Boom, 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 boom. Shed so many tears. I suffered through the years. Shed so many tears. Tupac different, nigga. Nigga different, man. So Shed So Many Tears, that had to be one of my favorites. Then we had this is a song that's probably been slept on. I don't hear, people don't talk about it much, but the Heavy in the Game. Heavy in the Game was definitely one of the tracks off the Me Against the World album that was relatable, man. I felt it. I felt that song, you know what I mean, like a motherfucker, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Heavy in the Game was definitely one of my favorite tracks on the Me Against the World. Then you had the Can You Get Away? Can you get away? I can tell from and that's I got some hands for that buster. Don't want to rush it. Get your mind up fast. Nobody knows. Can you get away? Once we had Outlaw, Outlaw, Outlaw. And say Outlaw, Outlaw, Outlaw. Yeah, God, I wonder could you save me. So Tupac got some hits out there, man. Like his track record is something incredible, man. Like that's why he one of the greatest in the game at this point. You know what I'm saying? You gotta talk about Tupac. So after the Tupac album, Me Against the World album, I want to say he came out with Still I Ride. That's him and the Outlaws. You know what I'm saying? So he brought the Outlaws into the game, and they came out with Still I Ride album. You know what I'm saying? Yup. Then after that, it was the All Eyes on Me album. You know what I'm saying? All Eyes on Me. That was definitely an album. I think that was the 2-disc album. Yup. That was the 2-disc album that he had. Then he came out with the after that, I think he got that's when he got out of that's when Suge Knight bonded him out of jail and shit like that. He came out with the 7-Day Theory. 7-Day Theory, y'all. So, some tracks on there that I like was Me and my girlfriend. Me and my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? That was a hit. That was like everybody was singing me and my girlfriend in this white man's world. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on and on though. Like I can let that whole album play, man. I can let that whole album play. So shout out to Tupac, you know what I'm saying? But y'all tell me, what's y'all favorite Tupac album? Mine would definitely have to be. Hmm. That's hard. That's hard right there. That's hard. I can't say which one, y'all. But it would definitely have to be between the 7 Day Theory and the Me Against the World, right? The Me Against the World was just raw, you know what I'm saying? And on the 7 Day Theory, he just came out with some totally different type shit. Like we wouldn't expect him to come like that. But y'all put in the comments, what's y'all number one Tupac album? So this has been another episode of All Essence Culture with your boy Tazzy, y'all. Y'all, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the support from all the homies. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for coming in and have a drink with your boy. And until next time. All right.